Hi, everyone, and welcome to Fight 415. I'm Dylan McGrath.
And I'm Icy Mike. Before we move on to our next fight, we'd like to thank our sponsor, the South Carolina National Guard.
Your future is here with the National Guard.
Go Guard!
And now let's get on to our next fight.
This one comes to you out of the adult kickboxing. The adult kickboxing. Everybody ready? Do I see a thumbs up back there? We got a thumbs up. All right, this one comes to you out of 125-pound weight class. Fighting out of the red corner, looking to get their first W in the adult kickboxing 125-pound weight class, standing 5 foot 4 inches tall, out of Atlantic MMA. Please welcome Greg Ferreria.
Greg Ferreira from Atlantic MMA. They got him listed at 5'4", man after my own heart.
That's Josh Crouch in his corner, former Fight For It champion himself, and Jonathan Stamey, Mr. Fight For It. Atlantic MMA, the gym that this promotion was born out of, so always a little special when you get to see one of their guys come in here and fight. And tonight, making his debut, Greg Ferreira.
He's pumped. He's excited. His opponent.
And his opponent also looking to get the first W in the cage, standing 5 foot tall, out of Morrison Warrior. Please welcome C.J. Morrison.
All right, Modern Warriors, very own C.J. Morrison. There you see Keith Richardson, Taylor Starling, Shannon Lovelace in the corner. An all-star corner for this region.
Yeah, there's some heavy hitters.
Your referee controlling the action in the cage is Joseph Hall.
And they got the gear, man. When your opponent's corner
Gym
has
swag.
Oh yeah, when they got the swag like that, it makes you wonder. That's a thing. A lot of fighters wouldn't, or coaches wouldn't admit, but if you go see a team and they look put together and all their gear matches and stuff.
Track suits.
Oh my God, it means something.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one thing I really respect about Jonathan Stamey, Josh Crouch, the Atlantic MMA guys, is it always seems like their guys are not looking for the easiest fights. They usually take the hardest fight possible. And, you know, a lot of promotions, if their gym is putting on the promotion, that's not always the case.
Yeah. Anyway, hard leg kick from Greg here.
Yeah, Greg coming out fast and strong.
And he finds him with the right hand as well. CJ trying to keep him away with some kicks and some jabs and hooks and using some evasive footwork.
CJ's a bit of a darter. He looks a little karate-esque over there on the wall.
Yeah, but Ferreira is doing the correct thing and cutting him left and right and not getting
very
too
well.
close.
Good ringsmanship from Ferreira.
Yes, this is very high-level footwork what he's doing here. Hard right hand to the body.
For a debut especially.
Oh, yeah. No, this is – I have professional fighters I can't get to do this. Right hand to the body. He's thrown 3 or 4 consecutive right hands to the body, likely trying to look for that overhand right.
Nice head kick up top for CJ. Kind of glanced off the headgear, but it was enough to make Greg back up.
Yeah, give him a little space, give him a little time. But that pace that Ferreira was keeping, you can't keep that up. You can't keep that up for an entire round. We've seen a versatile offense from him as well. Kicks to the legs, kicks to the body, punches to the body, punches to the head.
Nice head movement. Good inside kick there by Morrison, and Morrison feinting as well.
Yeah, Morrison's gonna have to invest in landing some stuff for Ferreira to respect those feints. Morrison's footwork evasively is excellent. Morrison's defensive footwork is excellent, but Ferreira's offensive footwork is very, very good as well.
Yeah, not seeing a ton of jab out of Morrison. As a longer fighter, you would expect more, right?
He tried it very early on, and Ferreira slid through it like butter. He moved his head, he ducked his head. There can actually be, don't tell anybody, but there actually can be a couple of advantages in, oh golly, good thing that didn't hit.
Well, he's 5'4". Also.
Yeah.
Would have hit the lower stomach.
Hey. Only I'm allowed to talk about short guy problems.
That's our word.
You don't have privileges. You don't have that privilege. Yeah, no, he tried the very first attack he led with, no brainer. Oh, I'm 5 inches taller. Let me throw that jab out there. And Ferreira ducked his head and slid right through it. If you are a short guy and you train, I'm sorry, Ferreira, like he has to know, he's 5'4". If you're a short guy and you train in martial arts,
Short kings, listen up.
you have learned how to do that. And if you haven't, you wouldn't be here. They
Right.
wouldn't have booked you this fight if you didn't know how to deal with
You're
that.
constantly trying to get inside guys' jabs in the
Yeah.
gym so you can go to work.
And he did a smart thing in not over-committing to any of the head movement, ducking his head into position to get kicked too easily. Excellent defensive movement from Morrison, but also excellent offensive movement from
Just
Ferreira.
not enough activity for Morrison, really.
Yeah, he's going to have to catch him and get some respect.
Ferreira just was way busier, and let's see if he can keep that pace up going into this next round.
Yeah, he'll have to wait for Ferreira to slow and tire or get some respect with a hard kick.
Yeah. And he was able to win a good bit of respect with that head kick. It did back up Ferreira for a little while, and like you said, you can't keep that pace up for a whole round. Let's see how this round shakes out.
Hard push kick from Morrison and a left body kick, which Ferreira caught.
You got to use that reach, you know.
And Ferreira's jacked. He's carrying around a lot of muscle.
He is jacked, but you know, I don't think Morrison is unathletic by any means. Just two very different body types for this weight class.
But stylistically, what Ferreira's doing requires more gas.
I see. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, there's your sharp jab.
Morrison, now that he's slowed down a little bit, he can hit him, right?
Morrison's found him with 3 jabs now. Yeah, Ferreira slowed down standing in front of him, and now you'll see Morrison maybe start to feel himself a little more.
Two right there in that combo.
He's going to dance right and left and then change up the punches. Smart move to clinch him rather than trying to work his way out with punches, because that has not been going well for him.
Morrison reminds me quite a bit of one of my training partners who's kickboxed for Fight For It a lot, Cheyenne Kokar. The way that he fights is kind of very similar. Hands kind of low, lots of defensive movement followed up by jabs and kicks.
Yeah, the karate style of movement. Oh, there's a hard knee in there.
Yeah, that definitely turned Ferreira, right? And now look at him, he's kind of breathing heavy too.
And Morrison frustrated that right hand didn't land because he probably felt like that would have been a good one. That inside low kick has been there, and the right body kick, what's happening with Morrison's right body kick is Ferreira's already on the inside of the arc of that right body kick, so it's not stopping him. It's hitting him, maybe hurting him a little, but it's not stopping him. Morrison also taking deep breaths. There's another sharp jab.
Feinting, shows the side kick, and Ferreira kind of bites, but Morrison doesn't capitalize.
Yeah, he's using round kicks instead of linear kicks, and the round kicks are not stopping Greg Ferreira's forward motion.
Yeah, those linear kicks, like that's been 2 of his best strikes tonight, is those front kicks to the body, right?
Yes, that's the ones that have landed the most flush. The round kicks are sort of like glancing off as Ferreira's coming in. He did find him with a couple of jabs, but as you said, with the openings that he's creating for the side kick, he's not capitalizing on the opportunities that he's creating. Yeah, I imagine that Ferreira's corner is not telling him to change anything he's doing. He's saying go to the body, and then did just call for the overhand. So all that investment of that right hand to the body is going to lead, hopefully, to an overhand for Ferreira.
Well, that's the strategy against the taller opponent. The overhead's a nice punch, right?
Yeah, almost always. It's actually usually your only hope. I think I just heard Morrison's corner say, "Win this round and you've won this fight." I might be wrong. I think I heard someone say that.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think it's 1-1. So, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a judge.
Yeah, you think 1-1?
I'm thinking, Greg in the first round, Morrison in the second, but, definitely both guys need to fight like they need this round.
So clinching him has been a way better strategy than trying to exchange with him.
Especially with Joseph. Joseph a little more reluctant to break the clinch up than Collins is.
You see those round kicks are not stopping his forward momentum. He hears his corner. He just nodded at his corner like, yeah, I hear you. He might feel with that forward posture of Ferreira, the teep kind of slides down the body a little bit, and he might feel like it's not going in right. If I'm tilted forward and you hit me in the body, it slides down. But it seems like he hasn't gone to that push kick or that teep kick, even though it's been largely successful. That inside leg kick is working well too. Hard knee to the chest. That backed Ferreira up.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely will do it. He was in there
Yeah.
with the head on the chest, Diaz-style punches to the body.
Yeah.
And he gets backed up by that knee, and now he's
That
fine.
stopped
Oh,
it.
that jab definitely clipped him.
He's hurt. He's looking for a big move,
He's
but
showing a spin.
Ferreira is not feeling good. Ferreira is wearing the effects. I think it was that knee to the chest that backed him up, because Hall didn't break them.
Knocked the wind out of you.
The ref didn't break them. Ferreira voluntarily backed up.
Yeah, he's like, nope, never mind.
Yeah, look at the posture. Look at the difference in the posture.
Oh, but Morrison's just too content to back up, I think.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good for the judges when they
No,
see that.
that's the thing. All things being equal, there's a guy going backwards and a guy going forwards. Hard right hand.
10 seconds left here in
Yeah.
this fight.
Yeah.
Hard to say in this round. Hard to say.
Again, not like you said, not a judge. I give that round to Morrison.
He definitely did land some big shots, but it all depends on if the judges had a good view of them or not.
Right, that's the thing. We got 3 judges. For those of you at home that don't know how this works, there's 3 judges. They're sitting in 3 different spots. They see 3 different things.
They don't have monitors like we do.
Yeah, you'd be surprised, and they have to keep track. We kind of have the benefit of it. It doesn't matter if I know exactly how many punches landed.
Right.
We just got to see the big moments. We also, there's no rule that says we have to be completely without emotion or bias. You know, so the judges have like one of the hardest jobs. There's 3 guys sitting in 3 different positions. They can see 3 wildly different things. That knee, I think it was that knee to the chest that took a lot out of Ferreira.
He's still recovering from it.
Very, very close fight. Very competitive. No.
You gotta get a finish for that.
Yeah.
You gotta get a finish for that.
He told me to scream his name.
You gotta get a finish.
Yeah.
If you want me to do that.
Yeah. Very exciting fighter. Enjoyed watching him.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely think he may even, have won this fight in a lot of people's minds, but it just.
I don't have a clue.
I don't have a clue either, but it was close enough.
All right,
to
fighters to the center of the ring, as we have a judge's decision. Winner, fight out of the red corner, Greg Ferreira.
Yeah, I think it was that second round. I think you in your mind, you maybe believed it was Morrison. I wasn't convinced. I think it's the second round that was in contention. I think first round clearly Ferreira, third round clearly Morrison. That second round was a little contested depending on what you're looking for.
Well, aggression and activity matters a lot, and
Yeah.
that's definitely what Ferreira brought to this fight was aggression and activity.
Yeah, in droves for those first 2 rounds. The overhand right never came into play. By the time the overhand right came in, which was at the 3rd round, he'd already been hurt and had already slowed. So we didn't get to see that big overhand right land.